Hi Leo, and welcome to your February 2021 general reading. So I hope wherever you are in the world that you're safe from harm, you're warm, you're loved and you're cared for. So let's look at your Lenormands. So the first card you get is the Star card. Just about most planetary bodies are now in Aquarius, your opposite sign. Remember, the job in life is always to balance the opposites. That's really what we're all trying to do here. So the Star card, very, very positive omen. It's about faith, it's about grace, and the universal minds, and it's a healing card. If any of you have been not very well, the Star card brings remission, that sort of thing, but I'll find out more when I do your general reading. It can be about seeking, I wonder if some of you are seeking clarity. And the reason why I say that is your next reading is the magnifying glass. Now when this appears, it tends to have a certain meaning. There's something that you're having to deeply, deeply investigate. Okay, so give me an example. Someone received information, yeah, and they had to look really, really, really deeply into this information to find out what the truth was for them. Okay, so it's not about taking everything that you're shown at face value, Leo. And it's funny because that's what, if Aquarius rules the cosmic mind, it's about really, really, really deeply, deeply focusing into any information. If you're about to make a choice or making a decision, I want you to look at all the dots on the I's. Really, really get it under a magnifying glass. I have no idea what these cards mean, by the way. I just thought these are the Lenormands that you got, which means there's something that maybe you're having to investigate. You're having to really, really look deeply, deeply into it. Quite often, there's the feeling that I'm getting, Leo, is the question, is this the truth for me? Something like that. Is this the truth for me? Not, is this the truth according to ... But is this the truth for me? And that is what the Leo Aquarius polarity is about. Yeah? Following your heart, Leo, but following your heart with the wisdom of Aquarius, yeah, and the clarity of it. Because following your heart, when what's guiding your heart is a complex or a mad thought, is not a very good idea. So maybe there's a little bit of investigating. Who am I? What exactly do I want? And really deeply searching into the truth. Anyhow, give me a minute, because that's definitely what that compass card is about. I actually worked with it the last couple of days quite a lot with people, because there's so much information in this world, and deciphering the information down to what's right for you is really, really, really important. So give me some guidance for the sign of Leo for the month ahead, please. So you've got the Ten of Cups behind you with the High Priestess. And what you want is the Sun. Beautiful, beautiful. The gift, third month in a row. Third month in a row, you've got the Saturn card as the gift. I mean, that's bizarre. Something, trying to bring something into form, definition. Yeah, 10th house. Capricorn rules form. It's like the seed that becomes a tree is Saturn. You're trying to mature something. That's bizarre. The challenge is the Four of Pentacles. Relationships, the Nine of Pentacles. money and work, you get the Judgment card. Yeah, I had a feeling there's something going on here. Eight of Swords at a soul level. Don't buy into the Eight of Swords, guys, as an issue. It can feel it can feel a little bit of frustration and limitation, and already with the Four of Pentacles is a challenge. All the rivers lead to the sea. Eventually, we fall into the Eight of Swords. Now, I'm going to say something to you, and there you go, get a lovely outcome. I want to say something, and it's not, I promise you, it's not in a million years to make a judgment of the challenges we go through in life. I really promise you, it's not. I mean, I don't want you to get too lost in the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords is a card of feeling frustrated and limited at a soul level. And with all my experience of the Eight of Swords, and I am going to tell you my own experience here, I have battled with that card so much of my life, and it turns up for me, I no longer battle with it. That is the power that we do have in this world. We have the power to go, all the rivers lead back to the sea. Everything's going towards its destination. So we can choose how we ride the ups and downs and the you know, oh, I feel stuck. There you go, because I clarified it with the Ace of Cups. This divine eye that really, really rules over all our lives. This is the Aquarius Leo axis, the mind of the universe with the universal heart. No pressure, Leo. I promise you, no pressure. But, and I'm not saying not dealing with frustrations and ups and downs. You know, they are challenging. They're challenging. It's okay, but we don't have to battle with what is. That is the divine, you know. Maybe that's the only difference between a master and a fool. And I don't mean that in an insulting way, because I spend my life as a fool, like battling what is, or I just go, right, there's frustrations and delays and limitations, that's okay with me. And I try and connect with the Ace of Cups, because it ain't much better than connecting with the Ace of Cups. So behind you is the Ten of Cups and the High Priestess. Interesting combination of cards. The Ten of Cups is connection. It's my cup runs over, and it runs over in my relationship with others. And then the High Priestess is very much the Yin card. It's who we are when all the lights go out, and we return to our pure, you know, it's not that our essential nature doesn't exist in our relationships, but it's where we are just as we're about to fall asleep, contacting the depths. So you've got card of connection, but then being at one-ment. I actually quite like that, Leo. I don't see it that much often together, although it might be a little bit annoying because you have got the Hermit in your relationship. So for some of you, this connection, but also time spent in reflection. Now what you want is your sun, your solar energy. Yeah, our solar energy and our North Node is what we are meant to be in this lifetime. A lot of our other planets tend to have a karmic memory that we're trying to overcome. Yeah, but our solar energy is our pride and our joy in this lifetime. It's what we're trying to grow into. It's what you're looking for. What's helping you get there is the Saturn card, which means third month in a row, you're working at something here. This is no way around it. You're working to define yourself, to define yourself, to bring yourself into definition. And I think this is particularly around work, because you get the Judgment card around here. Judgment card works with the Death card. Death, life. Death, renewal. And this is something renewing itself. This is something coming back to life again, which is absolutely beautiful card. So the Judgment card is that there's 3 people in the card. Sometimes they represent other people. Sometimes they represent, you know, the child, the male and the female within us, that trinity. And they're all coming back to life again. They're coming out of a coffin, yeah? And they're going, oh my gosh, I'm alive. I'm alive. And, you know, see what we do in our lives, Leo? I mean, I would say it's more important how you do it, actually, than what you do. But that's my birth chart, and you've got a different one. There's something here going on around your work and your place in the world. Again, it's been going on for 3 months. It's powerful, and something almost feels like it's coming full circle. That it's almost like you're making your way back home. But home in a sense of your place in this world, yeah? So for some of you, that's where you feel that your sun wants to shine. Loving your work is the most incredible thing on earth, to love your work, because it's never work. Now, the challenge is the 4 of Pentacles, and you have the 8 of Swords. So the 4 of Pentacles as a challenge is either going to be about money, or you're holding something back. You're keeping your, you're keeping everything close to your chest. In my other decks, I love this deck. I get clarity with it. I've got loads of decks. So he's also got his crown chakra covered up. So he's not listening to his intuition, and he's trying to shut down messages. So maybe some of you really, really want to make changes. But the 4s always represent our security and our stability. So when a 4 is a challenge, I always think, okay, to get all this wonderful energy, some of you have been asked to let go of a 4. No one likes letting go of the 4s, guys, because it puts us into the 5s. And the 5s tend to be shaking everything up, moving out of like the 5 of Pentacles is been shaken out of our comfort zones, shaking things up. And that's what the 4 of Pentacles is here. So maybe looks like there's potentially some outstanding opportunities, but letting go of what is and what supported you, what your foundations are, is a challenge. It tends to show up with the Tower card, yeah. And that's when someone leaves that toxic marriage or walks away from that rubbish job, and they just go, I've had it, I'm off to find my full card, I'm off to be myself. So why is the 4 of Pentacles the challenge? Yeah, it's about risking, it's about letting go of the known, letting go of the security in order to walk into new ground. It's pretty much the foundation of the human psyche. We can't help it. We build our lives around familiar patterns, Leo. And that's how people do not like change, because we have to let go of the familiar and risk being in the unknown. Because in the unknown, all these lions, tigers and bears can come and get us. Yeah, we all have that primitive brain. So this is about letting go of your security in order to receive these rewards. The 9 of Pentacles at your relationship, which is strange because you've got the 10 there. So 9 of Pentacles is the Hermit card. It's a withdrawal into your own energy. The 9 of Pentacles tends to be I find it an extremely positive card. I call it the rest and digest card. Rest and digest and enjoy my own beingness, you know, my own energy. So that's why I love the Nine of Pentacles. There's not anything else showing up in Leo's relationships. I mean, there's Knight of Swords, there's energy around, there's some sort of contact around, there's some sort of movement, but some sort of communication, but the primary energy is I'm stopping the world, I need to digest, I need to rest, I need to remember. You know, I find the Nine of Pentacles as a card. You know those phases we go to when we're just, it's just okay just to be me, yeah? That's what the Nine of Pentacles is about. So something incredible potentially going on in your work. What else is going on? Yeah. So you get a Knight of Swords again. So there's some sort of speed, there's some sort of movement, and there's some sort of shift taking place here. The Knight of Swords is a really fast moving knight. Again, when he comes with a card like the Tower, we're talking about change that comes overnight, by the way. This is some sort of movement, not only in your relationships, it's showing up in your work, what you do, how you want to manifest your sun, your own solar principle, and bring it into this world. There's some sort of shifting going on here. You do have the Eight of Swords at a soul level. So, you know what? There's two words to describe this year. There's going to be a combination of incredible innovation and breakthroughs. And I am going to say it, but rest, delays and frustrations. That is just the energy that we're dealing with. It's sort of going to be a lot of the theme of 2021 because we're still dealing with past COVID and everything that goes with it. How you work with those energies, Leo, really is what defines your reality. So why is the Eight of Swords? What's the delays about? It might be anything what this Eight of Swords is. Okay, it looks like the Ace of Cups again. So this could be a relationship dynamic for some of you. And I'm not getting the energy as, I don't know, a silly word, bad energy. Give me another better word. This might be a person that you're dealing with and they keep their feelings close to their chest. So not giving you the breakthrough and the breaking. It's like I feel that you're ready to pop, Leo, by the way. You're just ready to pop. That maybe you're dealing with a dynamic, a relationship dynamic where they're not quite mirroring you, or you're dealing with a little bit of frustrations and a little bit of delays. The key to this reading, and if this was my reading, this is where I'd be putting my energy here. I mean, the devil when it comes to 3D reality is the Master card. It just is. It's about bringing everything into form. So the difference between fantasy is when we fantasize about a better world, but genius is when we manifest it. And that is exactly what your soul's been seeking. It's been seeking it for 3 months in a row. So you're obviously working at something. There's a little bit of frustration in your relationship dynamics, I think. But I love the Nine of Pentacles, and I don't know if that's just me, because it's a card of digestion. So we process our experience. We remember what's important to us. We touch nature. We touch the ground. We eat well. We care for our body. And then we don't get quite as caught up in these dynamics anymore, because it looks like you've got quite enough going on here. And the outcome is wish fulfillment. That's funny, you start in the 10 and you end in the 9. So there's some, you know, there's a potential for a lot of emotional joy here. I'm going to pick you another card. A 9 isn't a good place to end in a way, because it's better to end with an ace or a major. Yeah. Queen of Swords, Six of Swords. So that's funny, you're still in transition. There's something about moving forward here and moving on. And either dealing with the delays of it, or you're dealing with someone else. So you're waiting for them. Never that good at, and then you get the Empress. So you're moving towards the Empress. The Empress is about home, family, she's prosperity, she's love, that sort of energy. Some of you might be getting a new job, launching something into the world. It could be that if it's not a new job. And I think the frustration, delays, there's always going to be frustration and delays about bringing something forward. And when we know they're there, we don't get, I don't get stressed out about them anymore. It's like, okay, and then you don't punish yourself, Leo, and life just becomes a more pleasant experience. But the challenge is leaving behind the known to enter into the great unknown. And between me and you, that's why people don't tend to bring forward their visions into this world, or make the changes a soul desires, or move forward, because no one likes letting go of those 4s. I swear to gosh, it's when I'm dealing with people making changes, it's always the 4s. Oh, there's never really a time. This might be you, or it might be someone else that you're dealing with here. Rather than your energy, they're reflecting it back to you, so they're nervous to make the changes. This is where you're going. Bounty, Taurus. Taurus represents the ground under our feet. Home, family, our essential needs, whatever that means to you. But it is about letting go of the known world. That's exactly what this is about. In order to rise again, Leo. Anyhow, I'm going to finish now, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.